let's start recording. So now we're on. All right. So number one, okay, hopefully everybody's doing well. Um, Want to make sure that you guys are all on the same page. There's some confusion on this week's agenda, so we want to make sure that everybody understands what's needed to happen. So today, what you needed to do is you needed to complete, or this week you needed to complete 3 Flipgrids. So when I click on these links, I should see a video for each link. Okay, so and each link is different. So this one would take you to the Flipgrid that talks about the genetic code. Okay, and so as you see, okay, this is different. See, like somebody here, maybe that's the Ribosome Wizard video. So when I click on the different links, okay, I should have different videos here. See that? So keep that in mind. Some of you guys, I guess this one's frozen, so I'll unfreeze that one. But the other one, let me see, 32, 31, and amino acid protein structure. Here we go. Okay, there it is. All right, cool. So, all right, so we have that. All right, the next thing I want you guys to understand is we have a quiz tomorrow, okay? So you usually have till midnight to do it. Tomorrow I'm only gonna add 2 questions, okay? 2 new questions. And those 2 questions are each gonna be worth 20 points. Okay, so if you're not here, if you don't watch this video today, then it's gonna be really hard. So I'm glad you guys are here, okay? And if you're watching this on the recording, thank you for investing your time today on this, because ultimately it's all about learning. It's not really about just doing work to do the work. I want you guys to actually learn. Okay, so that's super important to me. Okay, all right, so let me unmute a couple of you guys. Where's my chat here? Oh, there it is. All right, so let's go with, all right, no. Okay, so if you can turn on your camera, please turn on your camera. Okay, if you can turn on your camera, please turn on your camera. If you have a piece of paper or pencil, okay, or piece of paper or pencil or a piece of paper and a marker, okay, go ahead and let's see who can draw the actual structure of an amino acid. Go ahead. Go ahead. What is the structure of an amino acid? That's the first question we're going to talk about today. What is the structure of an amino acid? Okay, and then when I tell you, just put it up to the camera and I'm gonna check it out and see what you guys got. Those of you guys that don't have your cameras on, okay, I understand, okay, ultimately, make sure that you're taking notes, okay, if you are just able to watch the feed, all right? So what is the structure of an amino acid? Draw the structure of an amino acid. All right. All right, so that's number 1, amino acids. Amino acids. When you're done, go ahead and put your drawing to the thing. Let me see here. Let me look at. Ooh, that's hard to see. Oh, Priscilla looks like. Oh no, this Priscilla looks like she's got it. Nice. All right, everybody pins Priscilla's picture. I think she's got it. Okay. All right. All right. So let's unmute everybody. All right. So, who could tell me why? What an amino acid is? Anybody?
It's made up of proteins, right?
It's made up of proteins?
I mean, no. Yeah.
Proteins are made of a chain of amino acids.
Okay, proteins are made of, okay. Now, so the reason why this is so important, and if you guys have like a loud background, just go ahead and mute yourselves. But if you don't, and you're in a silent place, just keep, I want you guys to be able to speak freely. So the biggest thing is, how many of you guys did not watch the Ribosome Wizard story? Okay, type your name on the chat and be honest. Okay, how many of you guys did not watch the Ribosome Wizard story? Okay, go ahead and type your name on the chat if you didn't. You didn't. That way I don't have to pick on you. Okay, but if you haven't watched that video, you have to watch that video. All right, So, let's go. Nathan Clark, you there, buddy? Nathan Clark.
I didn't watch it. I was about to put it.
What do you mean you didn't watch it? You were here on class last time? You were here in class
Which
last
one?
week. The
The
Rivals
one with the
Wizard.
Fortnite?
Yeah, the one where there was a wizard and he there was a story that I told. That's the one.
Oh, I thought you meant a different one.
No, that one. Do you remember that story?
Half of it.
A little bit? Okay, so who can tell me what the story was about? Who can tell me?
It was about a wizard.
Uh-huh.
There's this guy that went into a magical cave
Uh-huh.
and he finds the DNA golden scrolls and
Right.
he takes the note of DNA
Uh-huh.
and then he has to find a wizard
Uh-huh.
and the wizard gives him this necklace that turns into a beast.
Very good. So here's what I want you to write down, and write this down in your notes, okay? The necklace represents the protein. Okay? So necklace equals protein. So that's super important that you guys need to understand. Necklace equals protein. Necklace equals protein. All right? Now, so if the necklace equals the protein, all right? So now let me add one more slide here. All right, so. All right, so now, if the necklace equals the protein, okay, so I'm gonna put necklace equals, whoops, the protein, okay? So then what equals the amino acid?
The beats.
Huh?
The beats.
Amino acids. Okay, and so the beads, but what did I call them in the story?
Special beats. Something like that.
Special
Beads.
rocks.
I think the special rocks. Okay,
Yeah,
they're
or
like
stones.
stones. There you go.
Stones.
The stones, right? The stones or the jewels. The jewels, right? The stones or the jewels. Okay. So what's the necklace made out of?
Protein.
No. What's the necklace made out of? Necklace
Amino acids.
is
yeah.
made out of jewels, right?
Oh,
The blank assembles the necklace using the blank. So what do you guys got?
the necklace is made of jewels. The wizard.
The who?
The wizard.
The wizard. Good. The wizard assembles the necklace using the what?
The contents in the notebook.
Well, the contents from the notebook, yes, but what does he build? Okay, he
The
builds the
birds.
necklace. Wait, let's do this. The wizard builds the necklace using the what?
The jewels.
The jewels. Yeah, it's not that complicated, okay? Got it? But so, not that complicated, okay? So now, back to our problem here, okay? So, and this is why it's so important, all right? So let me see here. Where is this little slide? Let me put it over here so I can click on it fast. Okay, so this is why it's so important. See this thing right here in the blue? Everybody see it?
Mhm.
This whole thing right here, this whole thing. Okay, let me go ahead and merge these. Where's my merge button? Okay, merge cells. Okay, this whole thing right here is the necklace. Right here. This right here is the neck. It's going to represent the necklace. Okay, what's the necklace made out of?
Jewels.
Jewels. All right. So, yes, very good. And so now if we take back if we kind of just think about the story, the whole point of the story is that there is this wizard that made this magical necklace that gave the explorer magical powers, right? Like it protected him, right? So it's the same concept. Here's the necklace. The necklace is gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jewels. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jewels. Got it? The necklace is going to be made out of 6 jewels. Now, which 6 jewels is he going to use? See, and this is where you've, if you can answer this question, this is where you've learned biology. Okay, and it's amazing that if you're able to know this answer, like you did the work. You were doing your thinking, and you should be proud of this situation. What 6 jewels is he going to use?
C.
Right? See, now, how many jewels exist? Anybody?
42.
Mhm.
Nope, not 42.
46.
Not 46.
20.
I heard it. Who just said 20? Who just said 20?
Me.
I did.
Me.
I did.
Who's me? Who's me? Say your name.
Zen.
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 Excellent job, Zen. Excellent job. If you guys could imagine, okay, okay, amino acids being jewels, there are 20 different amino acids. You understand? There are 20 different amino acids. So there's 20 different jewels, right? And so the way we connect the jewels is the way the necklace is going to look, correct? So for example, like what are those? Oh, let's use beaded necklaces, for example. Beaded necklaces, okay? So let's look at some images. Okay, so now this is a perfect example here. Okay, now here's a beaded necklace right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put this into the PowerPoint here. Okay, so now let's use this as an example. Okay, if this was a necklace, right? So let me duplicate this so I can delete this. All right, so if this was the necklace that the wizard made, how many types of amino acids did he use?
20.
Nope.
Oh.
How many types of amino acids did he use?
Oh, 1.
Good. How many types of amino acids did he use? Exactly. He only used one. Now, which of those 20 amino acids did he use, right? Well, it depends. We'll get into that. So now let me give you another example. Okay, so let's look. Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, now, actually, this one's gonna be too hard to count. Let's go with, how about this one? Okay, so let's use this one then. Let's go here. Let's put it in here. Okay, so here, let's duplicate this. Okay, let me get rid of this. So now let's imagine this is the necklace he built. Okay, all right. So how many different types of amino acids did he use?
9.
2.
Right. So these right here, look, these right here, he used. These are the same type, right? This one and this one's kind of look different. So that's kind of almost 3. These are then 4, 5, 6, right? So basically you're counting how many beads are different, correct? So he used more than one, right? So that's my idea. So that's my whole point. Like, how does the ribosome wizard know which necklace to build? How does he know to build this one? Or how does he know to build this one? Right?
DNA.
Right? And so that's the idea here behind the whole story. Now here's another necklace, right? So let's use this necklace. Okay, this one's a little bit easier to follow. Here we go. So let's duplicate this, right? So let's do this. Let's get rid of this. And here we go. Right? So how many different amino acids did he use?
3.
Huh?
3.
So I could see 1, this is 2,
4.
3, 3. Then these two have
4.
different shapes. 4,
5.
right? 5, right? So
6.
I would count like almost 5 or 6, right? 6 different types of amino acids, right? So that's the idea, right? And now, not only are you using different types of amino acids, how do you connect those amino acids? How does the wizard know how to connect those amino acids? Right? So what's the answer to that? How does he know which amino acids to use and how to connect them? What do you think the answer is, guys? If you were the ribosome wizard and you were going to build this necklace, how would you know what amino acids to use, which beads to use, and how to connect those beads?
The birds.
Right? No, the birds just bring you the amino acids. The birds just bring you the beads. Right? So think of the ribosome wizard story, guys. Think of it. Think about it. So let me see. Do I have my ribosome wizard story?
Or maybe he copied the wizard copied the scroll, right?
He copied the scroll?
Oh, wait. Huh.
Scroll to make the necklace.
He what?
He used the scroll to make the necklace.
Yes. How did he use the scroll to make the necklace?
As he was reading it, the birds were bringing down that type of like scroll.
How did he do it?
As he
You
was
cut off a little bit.
as he was reading it, like each bird
Oh, you
could-
just said the key word. You just said the key word.
Reading.
He did what?
he read it.
He read the
Scroll.
scrolls. That's right. That's the important piece right there. He read the. I didn't make a PowerPoint of this?
No.
I didn't make a PowerPoint of the images.
Yeah.
I thought I did. Right? Where did I put it? Do you guys remember where I put that thing? I think it's online class. Hold on. There you the ribosome was there it is. There we go. Here it is. Where are you?
There you
There
go.
you go. Here it is, right? So here's the remember, if we skip back to the story, right? Okay, he's looking, he found the scrolls, he tried to steal the scrolls, but the scrolls, okay, can't leave the cave. So he ended up having to, okay, copy the scroll.
Yeah.
Right? And then when he found the wizard, he gave him the
scroll.
not the scroll.
I mean,
the copy
the copy
of the
scroll.
scroll. You understand? And then the ribosome wizard read
The scroll.
The
the
scroll.
copy
The
of
copy,
the scroll.
yeah.
Exactly. And that's the important part. So now I want you guys to be explorers now. Okay. And you guys are going to do, let me see. Oh no, I got rid of it. Okay, here we go. All right. So let's see here. Protein animation. Protein animation. Oh no. Let me see here. Let's see. I think we saw it. Where did you go? Oh no. I had it. I clicked on it. I did. Okay, never mind. All right, so let's go back to this. All right. So now I want you guys to be the explorers. Okay, here's our DNA. Okay, that's the scroll. Does the DNA ever leave the cave? Does it ever leave the nucleus?
No.
No. So we have to do what?
Copy it.
Copy it. So now, but when we copy it, we got to copy it in a slightly different way. So if you see an A, what are you going to put?
You. I mean.
U. You said it right. Good. There's another A on top. What are you going to put?
You.
A U. Another A? U. A T.
A.
A.
A. What
A.
else? A.
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 C.
C.
G.
G.
U.
U. Now remember, it's not a T because remember, what type of molecule are we making right now?
mRNA.
mRNA. And you guys,
RNA.
if you did your reading, you know that RNA doesn't have thymine in it. It has uracil. Okay, so now there's a C. What do we need?
G.
A
G.
G. And then there's a G. What do we? A C. And then
C.
C.
a C. And then a
G.
G. And then a
G.
G.
G. And then a
C.
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 G.
G.
C.
C.
G.
G, right? And so if you did your reading, you know that this concept of copying the DNA, right, is called transcription. So what we just did is what the explorer did. We copy the DNA. That's what you guys just did. Now, who do we take this copy to now?
To the ribosome.
To the ribosome, Wizard, exactly, to the ribosome. And the ribosome is now going to read it. Do you understand? And so now, how many letters is it going to read it by?
3.
3.
Very good. So now, here's the first 3 letters. U, U, U. So what jewel is he going to call for? Because remember, the birds brought him the jewels. There's 20 different jewels. So which jewel is he going to call for? That's where you need the wheel. That's where you need the wheel.
Phenylalanine.
Very good. Phenylalanine. How do we know it's phenylalanine? Because this is how we know. Okay, let me see if I can insert a arrow. Let me see, drawing. No, I don't want to insert it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see, insert a, how can I draw right on this? Image, nope. Okay, so here we go. Okay, now look. See how this letter right here is really big? Here's the U, right? And so then what I do is the next letter is a U. Okay, so then I have to go to the next U. See? And now the third letter is a U. So then I go to the next U. And look what amino acid is there. So that's the jewel that he needs. It's going to be phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, exactly. Whoops, spelled it wrong. Phenylalanine. And if we were in class, you would have built it. Now we're done with those first 3 letters right there. Okay, so we're done right there. Boom, we got those, right? Actually, let's use a different color. Let's use pink. All right, now, so now what are the next 3 letters? A. So what amino acid is the ribosome going to call for?
Lysine.
Lysine, very good. So here's A. Lysine, right? So now, here we go. Lysine. So now we have these 3 letters taken care of, right? There we go. Now the next 3 letters. C, G, U. C, G, U. Very good. Arginine. So now we have arginine, right? So there we go. Now we have that. All right. So now let's put that there, and then let's do this. Did you guys know you could do that with the little that little thing? It's pretty cool. All right. So now here we go. Now we have that. Okay. And now GCC. GCC. Alanine. There you go. Alanine. See that? So now we have that taken care of. Okay, here we go. Okay, boom. Now the next 3 letters, G, G, C. G, G, C. Glycine, that's right. Glycine. glycine. See that? There you go. So now we have glycine. There, good. And finally, okay, our last amino acid here. Who is it going to be?
Alanine.
Alanine again?
Yeah.
G, C, G. Very good. Alanine. See that? Right? And so now let me go ahead and make this the same font. All right. And there we go. We just became the ribosome wizard. All right. And now, dang, that was loud. Okay. And so now, there it is. There's our necklace. How many jewels are in our necklace?
6.
6.
6 jewels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, which jewel repeats itself?
Alanine.
Alanine, right? It repeats itself twice. So this right here would be the necklace that the wizard makes. Does that make sense? So if you understand this concept of DNA does not leave the cave. So therefore we have to copy the DNA. That's called transcription. The way the ribosome, then we take this copy, we give it to the ribosome, and he reads it 3 letters at a time. And each 3-letter code tells the ribosome which jewel to use and how to connect those jewels. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Okay, so this is the idea. So this week, tomorrow, you're going to get a DNA sequence like this, and you're going to have to figure out the mRNA, and then you're going to have to figure out the amino acid sequence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
We're good? Okay,
Yeah.
so that is tomorrow's quiz. So you're gonna have all the questions there, okay, from the last quiz plus these 2 20-point questions. So remember, transcription, translation. The ribosome translates the message. That's what the M stands for in RNA, message. Okay, that's what this is about. Okay, and so now if you take a look at that assignment that we had, let me see here. Let's see here. If you take a look at this assignment that we had, okay, in this Ribosome Wizard class that we had, here's this video, right? So now look, as you can see, and you're almost there where you're almost understanding what's going on here. Look, we go into the nucleus. In the nucleus, that's the cave. Boom, there's a scroll, the chromosome. The chromosome opens up, okay? The chromosome has a gene, a piece of DNA with information. We open that scroll, and now we start copying the information because this is what needs to go to the ribosome. This right here is the mRNA, the thing that you guys just built and that we had to read, right? In last week, you learned about exons and introns, okay? And so then this thing leaves the cave, and who's it gonna go to? The ribosome, exactly. And the ribosome is going to, okay, the ribosome is going to start reading it. Who do you think this guy is right here in the story?
The jewels.
The birds.
The birds.
The birds, exactly. So the T thing, the thing that looks like a 4-leaf clover, that's the bird.
The bird.
And what do you think this circle is on top?
The
Jewel.
The jewel, exactly. And so here we go. Look, there's the amino acid. That's the jewel, right? There's the bird. It's really the tRNA. And see, the birds are bringing in the jewels, and the ribosome is making the necklace. In this case, all the beads look the same, but they're not supposed to be. And there's the necklace, the protein, exactly. Does that make sense? And so
Yeah.
you guys need to, so that's the idea here, guys. And so why is this important? Because this right here, this information that I just taught you, this is what scientists are doing right now to find the cure or the vaccine for the virus that's we're dealing with. Okay, they're trying to figure out, okay, what protein, what necklace we need so that those necklaces goes and attacks the cells or the viruses that are getting us sick. So they're trying to figure out, what does the necklace look like? Then once they know what the necklace looks like, then they figure out, okay, that's the DNA sequence that we need, and then they make those proteins in a lab. Okay, and so ultimately, like, they're so complicated, and these are just the basics. But if you remember your wizard story, there's DNA. It's inside every cell. That DNA has information. That information needs to be copied. That copy goes to the ribosome, and the ribosome makes the protein using that information. That's why, for example, I have black hair, because I have information, and when the protein is made, this protein gives me black hair. Okay, like for example, I don't know if Priscilla's still here, but Priscilla, okay, she's blonde, right? She has a piece of DNA that, when copied, makes a protein that gives her blonde hair. Does that make sense? Caleb has a different DNA sequence that's going to, when copied and read, is going to give him a different protein. So that's why he's going to have black hair. And so all our features, all our characteristics, okay, ultimately are here and are expressed, okay, what we have is because of the proteins that are made, and those proteins are made based on the information that's in our DNA. Got it? So hopefully today helps, guys. Ultimately, can you do transcription? Can you do translation? Got it? Any questions, concerns? I'm not gonna do these two problems. You guys can do those on your own. And one of these problems or a different problem might show up on the quiz tomorrow. Any questions so far, guys, about the material?
Wait, what does the bird represent again?
Okay, so remember, the bird brings the what?
The jewels.
The jewels, right? And so in the video, where did I put the video here? Okay, whoops, that's the beads. The birds represent that T, R, N, A. And don't worry about that, Jasmine. That's going to come with the next reading. Today, the big important thing today is just understanding this idea that our cells have a nucleus, a cave, and inside that cave, okay, there's DNA. Okay, the DNA is so long, okay, and pieces of those DNAs are called genes. This gene represents the scroll. So that piece right there represents this piece right here. The piece, oh, I'm not sharing my screen with you guys. Okay, hold on. Okay, so hold on. So now I'm sharing my screen. So, okay, where are you? Oh my God, how can I wonder if I can move that box somewhere else. Okay, all right, where to go? Is it in Google Classroom? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so here it is, right? Here's that piece of DNA, right? That piece of DNA is represented by this piece of DNA here, right? And then what you learned is that we need to copy it. Why do we need to copy it? Because DNA never leaves the nucleus, right? And in the story, the birds brought the jewels. This right here, think of it, all these little hammers, they look like hammers. It's just think of like the explorer writing down on the paper, and this is the paper that he's gonna hand the ribosome wizard. Okay, so there's the paper. It goes to the wizard. Okay, here we go. Here's the wizard. We found them. The wizard grabs it, and here comes the birds. Ready? There's the bird right there. This bird right there is like this right here. Get out of here, thing. How can I know there's got to be a hide video panel. Hide floating. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here it is. Look, so they're the birds, guys. See? The birds are carrying the
Jewels.
jewel. And so when you're looking at it, that's what this represents, the bird bringing the jewel. Right? And what jewel does he bring? Well, remember the ribosome, this is the code, so they kind of have to match. So and so that's where we get to this idea that that's why we need the wheel. So we can have ribosome wizard powers, and we can read and decipher the code and know which amino acids to use. Okay. Any questions, Jasmine? Now, hopefully that helped.
Yeah.
Any
thank
other
you.
questions, guys? Any other questions? Any other questions? Now, how do I stop sharing this sucker? Any other questions? Oh, escape. All right, guys. So hopefully this helped. Those of you guys that stayed along, thank you for being good soldiers. And I hope that you guys get 100% on your quiz. If you guys don't know, we have study sessions every Monday at 11. Okay, Caleb, you gonna be there this time?
Yes.
Caleb, you gonna be there
Yes.
today? All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so make sure you're there. And other than that, okay, hopefully this helped. Okay, hopefully this helped. Next week's reading is going to be on that process that I showed you at the end, but you're gonna have to know like the bird, like the fancy words for what we're talking about. All right. Any other questions, concerns, guys? All right, you guys did amazing. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you guys. Don't forget to take tomorrow's quiz, and I'll see you guys Monday, hopefully. All right, stay safe, everybody.
Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.